Hey everybody, Jeff with Cover the Camper. Got a little bit of a different video today. I'm doing an unboxing of my Tenkara Rod Company White Cloud. So the White Cloud Tenkara Rod Company rod is an excellent rod for small streams. It's a really great travel rod and really good for backpacking, hiking and things like that. It's really small, lightweight, and easy to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the unboxing. I just got it, it's brand new. I haven't even opened it up yet, and show you how I get it all set up. All right, so this is how I got it from UPS. The Tenkara Rod Company accessory bag, and then of course the rod itself in a little case. So not only do they give you the hard case, but there's also a little neoprene sleeve. Well, that's pretty slick. This is an 8-foot rod. And we've got our tip. All right, so we've got 8 feet of chartreuse line. We've got the tippet. So this is the 3.4 pound tippet. We've got our line spool, and then the 3 flies. I'll open this up and get a little bit better shot of the flies that they send. Got the case. This is both the rod and the case are carbon fiber with machined aluminum end caps. So the rod, I can do this one-handed. You got this nice semi-padded handle, and then the 8-foot rod. It's actually just a little under 8 feet. And then this cool little case that you can put all your stuff in. So let's open these guys up. Alright, so there's the flies. They're tied pretty well. This one's called the Bridger. This one here is called the Crockett there. And then that one there is called the Boone. So I am definitely no fly fishing expert, but probably gonna notice that the hackle on these flies are facing away from the hook. They're facing toward the eye of the hook, and that's by design. They're supposed to do that. That's part of the Tenkara design. And I guess when you're letting it drift, and then you do a little pull at the end of your drift, it opens up those hackles, and that's what attracts the fish. So I guess that's part of it. I'll learn a little bit more as I go along. I am new to this, so this is going to be a fun experience as I go out and do a little small stream fishing. So Tristan over at Tenkara Addict on YouTube, check out his YouTube channel. It's called Tenkara Addict. There's a lot of really great streams up in this area of Northern California. By Mount Lassen, there's Hat Creek and McCloud River, Upper McCloud, and some other cool places. Upper Sacramento is really good as well, and some good camping up in those areas. So you know, we've just got kayaks, and we've got the truck camper, so we can get into some pretty cool areas to do some fishing. So that should be fun. All right, so setting the rod up is actually pretty simple. When you first take it out of the tube and the little neoprene case here, it's going to have a little tip on it, which is right here. That's going to be in there like that. And this little green line here is called the Lillian. That's going to be tucked into that hole. When you pull the cap off, just grab the Lillian and just make a little knot. Kind of bring it down toward the end of the Lillian and just pull it snug. Doesn't have to be super tight, just because this is just a stopper knot for the line when you tie the line on. So, all right, so now we're going to tie our line onto the Lillian on the end of the rod there. So your main line has this little leader tied onto it, so you can open up that loop. It's already pre-tied into a loop, so just open that up and take your main line and pull it through, just like that. And then take your Lillian, just pull it through there, and then snug it up. Don't pull it super tight right now until you can grab a hold of the end of your rod and the Lillian to pull it tight, because you don't want to break the end of your rod. Okay, just like that. And then it's going to want to slide up to the end of that stopper knot on the end of the Lillian. So there, we're snug there, and that's ready to go. But make sure that you grab the end of your rod, because you know it's fairly fragile. If you really yank on it, you could potentially yank the Lillian out of the end of the rod there. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and tie on the tippet, and on your furled line. Hopefully you guys can see that. So on the furled line, you've got your tippet ring already tied in there. So I'm going to pull out about 4.5 feet of tippet. So I'm going to take my tippet and run it right through the ring on the end of the furled line, and then kind of pinch both lines together. And then I'm going to twist, get about 4 or 5 good twists on that. So I've got probably 5 twists, and then right above the furled line ring, you've got a little loop in the tippet itself. And that's where you want to put your end through. This is just the fisherman's loop. So they say to wet it and then pull it tight. So now I'm going to cut the end of this, or just bite the end of this tag line off, this excess stuff here. And now we've got a good 4 feet of tippet here, and we can tie on our fly. And the first fly I'm gonna try is the Bridger. That's this orange one. That little guy right there. And I'm gonna use that same fisherman's knot to tie the fly on. Take this and run it through the loop on the fly hook. Just like that. Once you've got it run through, Okay, so I've got it pulled through. I've got both lines right here in this hand. And then I'm just going to spin the hook like so. Make sure that we've got good twist. And then just pull it tight. Just like that. And we can trim this excess off again. And just grab the end of your hook there and your line and just give it a little tug. Make sure you're snugged up there. We're good. All right, so that was ready to fish with the line and the fly all tied onto the rod. So now for portability, they give you the little spool for the line, which is kind of neat. So you can take your fly and just kind of push it into the wood right there. So the fly is in one of those little slots. You don't have to push it in too far. And then just take your line and wrap it around the spool. And then we can take the rod, just go right through the hole and snug it up right there so it holds the line and the fly. You can see that, yeah. So it holds the line and the fly all in one thing, and I've put my cap back on there too, so that holds everything in place. So it's kind of a neat little portable package there. And of course now it's not going to go back in the case, but this is good for just, when you're hiking up and down the stream. So that's going to be pretty much the same setup for any Tenkara rod that you have, line, tying fly, and tying your leads on and stuff like that. So all the knots are the same. They're pretty much the same as regular fly fishing for tying flies onto your line. So pretty easy setup. Like you see, it's super portable, really small, super lightweight, and yeah, I can't wait to get out and use it. So hopefully maybe in the next week or two, I'll get out and throw a line in some small streams. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video. Later.